Is your bank account about to get a major boost? Breaking news coming in from Washington that could change the financial outlook for millions of American seniors. President Trump has just signed a game-changing new stimulus package specifically targeting our nation's senior citizens with direct payments of $2,400 beginning to hit bank accounts on May 5th. This is not a drill, folks. The relief that many have been desperately waiting for is finally here. If you're a senior citizen or have loved ones who are, you'll want to pay close attention to every detail I'm about to share. Before we dive into all the specifics about eligibility, payment schedules, and what this means for you personally, take a second right now to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss any updates as this massive stimulus rollout begins. The economic landscape for America's seniors has been challenging in recent months, with inflation hitting fixed incomes particularly hard. Many seniors have been forced to make impossible choices between medicine, food, and basic necessities. But early this morning, in what many are calling a landmark moment for senior financial relief, President Trump signed the Senior Economic Security Act into law from the Oval Office. This legislation, which moved surprisingly quickly through Congress with rare bipartisan support, allocates over $140 billion specifically for direct payments to qualifying senior citizens across the nation. The centerpiece of this relief package is a one-time stimulus payment of $2,400 per eligible senior, with the first wave of direct deposits scheduled to begin hitting bank accounts this Sunday, May 5th. Why has this particular stimulus package gained such momentum when previous relief proposals have stalled? According to sources close to the White House, the growing economic pressure on America's senior population created an urgent situation that lawmakers on both sides of the aisle could no longer ignore. With the cost of prescription medications skyrocketing and housing costs continuing to climb, many seniors on fixed incomes have found themselves in increasingly precarious financial situations. The question many Americans are asking is, will this stimulus package be enough to provide meaningful relief? While economists remain divided on the long-term impact, there's no denying the immediate benefit these payments will bring to millions of households. The legislation includes specific eligibility requirements that seniors need to be aware of. To qualify for the full $2,400 payment, individuals must be 65 years or older, have an annual income below $75,000 for single filers or $150,000 for joint filers, and be either a Social Security recipient, SSI beneficiary, or Railroad Retirement recipient. For those with incomes above these thresholds, payments gradually phase out, with no payments for single seniors earning more than $95,000 or couples earning more than $190,000 annually. But what about seniors who don't file taxes regularly? According to Treasury Department officials, non-filers who receive federal benefits will automatically receive their payments through the same channels they normally receive their benefits. The timing of these payments couldn't be more critical for many seniors. With summer approaching and utility costs expected to rise with seasonal cooling needs, this influx of cash provides a much-needed buffer for those on fixed incomes. Have you checked if you meet the eligibility requirements? For those who aren't currently receiving federal benefits but believe they qualify, the Treasury Department has announced they will be reopening a simplified online portal similar to the one used during previous stimulus rollouts. This portal will allow eligible seniors to submit their information directly and arrange for payment receipt. Consumer advocacy groups are celebrating this development as a victory for senior citizens who have been particularly vulnerable to recent economic pressures. This targeted approach addresses the unique challenges facing America's seniors, said Patricia Reynolds, director of the National Senior Advocacy Coalition. Unlike previous stimulus measures, this one recognizes the specific hardships facing older Americans who can't simply re-enter the workforce to offset rising costs. Yet some are asking why this relief didn't come sooner. With many seniors having already depleted savings or taken on debt to cover basic expenses over the past year, could this assistance be arriving too late for some? Administration officials maintain that the timing aligns with the most urgent need, pointing to recent data showing senior economic insecurity reaching concerning levels this spring. The implementation plan for these payments reveals a phased approach designed to efficiently distribute funds while minimizing system overloads. According to Treasury Department announcements, the first wave beginning May 5th will target seniors who already have direct deposit information on file with the IRS or Social Security Administration. Physical checks will begin mailing on May 12th for those without banking information on file, with approximately 5 million checks expected to be sent each week. For those wondering about the status of their payment, the IRS has announced they will be reactivating their Get My Payment tool on their website starting May 3 road, allowing seniors to track their stimulus and update banking information if needed. But what potential impact could these payments have on the broader economy? Economic analysts project that this $140 billion injection could generate significant consumer spending, particularly in healthcare, grocery, and home improvement sectors where seniors tend to focus their spending. Local economies with higher concentrations of senior populations are expected to see more pronounced effects. Have you considered how this could affect businesses in retirement communities or areas with higher percentages of seniors? Some economic forecasters predict a noticeable boost to these local economies throughout the summer months as these funds circulate through communities. The legislation also includes additional provisions beyond the direct payments that many seniors should be aware of. These include expanded Medicare coverage for certain dental procedures previously not covered, a temporary freeze on Medicare premium increases for 2025, and additional funding for senior meal delivery programs. These supplementary measures address more than just immediate financial concerns, targeting overall quality of life improvements for America's aging population. But questions remain about the long-term sustainability of these programs once this one-time funding is exhausted. Will this stimulus package lead to more permanent changes in how we support senior financial security, or is it merely a temporary band-aid on a larger systemic issue? For those concerned about potential scams targeting seniors during this rollout, federal officials have issued important warnings. The IRS and Social Security Administration emphasize that they will never call, text, or email requesting personal information or payment to process your stimulus. All legitimate communication will come through official mail with government letterheads. Have you already noticed an uptick in suspicious calls claiming to help expedite your payment? Unfortunately, every major government payment program attracts scammers, and authorities are already tracking attempts to defraud seniors of their stimulus funds. Remember to verify all communication through official government websites ending in .gov rather than responding to unsolicited contacts. Financial advisors are recommending that seniors develop thoughtful plans for these funds rather than spending them immediately. While catching up on overdue bills should be the priority, any remaining funds could be strategically allocated toward building emergency savings, addressing delayed healthcare needs, or making home modifications that could allow for aging in place. The one-time nature of these payments means careful budgeting remains essential. Have you thought about how you or your senior family members might best utilize these funds for maximum long-term benefit? Financial counseling resources specifically tailored to seniors are being made available through the Administration on Aging to help recipients make informed decisions. As implementation begins, there are still some political dimensions to this stimulus package that cannot be ignored. With midterm elections approaching, both parties are claiming credit for delivering this relief to America's seniors. President Trump's signing ceremony highlighted his administration's commitment to protecting senior citizens, while Democratic leaders point to their role in expanding the package's scope and ensuring broader eligibility. Regardless of the political maneuvering, the reality is that millions of seniors will soon see tangible financial relief arriving in their accounts. And isn't that what matters most beyond the partisan debates? The coming weeks will be crucial as this massive payment program rolls out across the country. We'll be closely monitoring implementation challenges, tracking payment timelines, and highlighting resources to help seniors navigate any questions or concerns. Remember that local Social Security offices are preparing for increased visitor volume and have expanded their phone support hours to accommodate questions related to this stimulus program. If you have specific questions about your eligibility or payment status, these offices should be your first point of contact rather than relying on information from social media or unofficial sources. As this historic stimulus package begins transforming from legislation into actual relief for millions of American seniors, stay tuned to our channel for continuous updates, expert analysis, and guidance on maximizing these benefits. The financial landscape for America's seniors is about to change significantly, and we're committed to keeping you informed every step of the way. Don't forget to share this critical information with any seniors in your life who might benefit from these payments. Until next time, stay informed and financially prepared.